Hi guys, welcome to a new video on DSP Design on FPGA. Today is a continuation for the Bandpass sampling video we covered last week, but this video today will be very quick. It is going to be a live demo on the FPGA. We will prove the concepts of the Bandpass sampling. So what I'm doing here, I'm sampling an FM IF frequency of 9.2 megahertz. I was going to use an IF of 10.7 megahertz, but my SIG has a limit. It can only give an output frequency of up to 10 megahertz. So anyways, so in this demo I'm just sampling an IF of 9.2 megahertz with a 10 megahertz. So an ADC 1173 part number is sampling this IF of 9.2 megahertz with 10 megahertz. So what do you guys think this IF will be aliased to? Okay, we will find out. So this is a previous data that I captured. I can capture again actually, so let's capture again. So here you go. So let's count how many clock cycles in between. So the ILI frequency is 100 megahertz. So we have about 119 or 120 clock cycles. So let's see what frequency is that. So 10 to 6 times 100 inverse times 120 clock cycles inverse that. So that came out to be about 833 kilohertz. So again, this is an FM signal, so it deviates based on the frequency deviation between the center frequency and plus or minus 75 kilohertz. So 833 kilohertz is within the range that we expect. So technically, if you have a single tone centered at 9.2, so your frequency will be aliased to 0.8 megahertz. So let's plot the FFTs of this data that I captured. So if you need to capture the data like on the scope and export that, so you just can come right hand click and you go to export ILA data, and you can export that as CSV file and then you process it, and that's exactly what I did. I exported the data as CSV file and I processed it in MATLAB using my own scripts, and let's run the code again. So let's increase the x-axis. Let's go to sample that 10 megahertz. Let's go to 5. So here it is. So this is where the spectrum is centered. So let's zoom in more and go to 1 over here. So as you can see, so the center frequency of the spectrum is 0.8 and we have 200 kilohertz bandwidth. I took a previous measurements for sampling frequency of 1 megahertz. So if you are sampling with 1 megahertz and your IF is 9.2, that means your IF will be aliased to 0.2, and that's exactly what I did. Let's see if we still have it here. I don't think I have it. Okay, I don't have. So let's quickly run it here because I still have the data for it. Let's just some changes here. This is what it is. I think this is what I have for that. Yes, let's run it. And indeed, this is what it is. So it is centered at 0.2 and the bandwidth here is 200 kilohertz. So this was a quick live demo on FPGA Spartan 7 and with an ADC 1173. Thank you again guys for watching, and I'm looking forward to seeing you at a different video. Bye.